Hey everybody, this is Larry Everett again with HyperspaceBeacon, and I've got to tell you, I am super excited about the stuff that I'm seeing from E3 right now, especially when it comes to Star Wars, and we've got Star Wars: The Old Republic, we've got Battlefront. It's just, I don't know, I can't contain it. I'm really excited. We saw some footage from Battlefront, and that's kind of the thing that I want to talk about right this minute. And I've got with me my guest host with the most, Redna. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, I'm totally jazzed. Don't forget the collectible card game as well.
Yeah, we got it. Oh, yeah,
So.
I'm. It's I don't know. It's just there's so much stuff, and we just saw the EA press conference, which there was a huge focus on Star Wars in general, and especially with Battlefront. Battlefront, they had like, what is it, 5 minutes worth of footage of Hot
Yeah,
Battle.
actual in-game footage. What everybody has been begging for is the in-game footage. And yes, it looks as good as I expected, which is better than what other people were expecting.
Yeah, which
and this was from the PlayStation 4. You think the PC will be
yeah.
better?
Usually the PlayStation 4 and the PC graphics are about the same. So, anyway. But
Well, I mean, I didn't buy the latest generation consoles because when they came out and my computer was already performing better than what they were coming out with, it was
Right.
like, okay, no incentive. I can always plug an Xbox controller into my PC if I want that experience.
exactly.
But no, I'm really, really blown away. Freaking the graphics are great. I'm psyched. I'm jazzed. I don't care that it's not going to have any campaign story or whatever. This looks so good that I'm going. It's like the people that want to do their civil rights battle reenactments. I get to do my Star Wars reenactments. And
Civil War reenactments. Yeah,
Galactic Civil War.
Galactic Civil War reenact. In fact, that's exactly what this is. Because it all is all from the original era, right? We've known this kind of before. It's all from. We've got, what do we have? We have Tatooine. We have Hoth. Obviously, we've seen Endor.
Jakku.
We know that.
And we know that Sullust or Sulust or however you want to say
Sullust. It's Sullust. It's the guys. Okay, so just a little bit of lore background, and you'll see it in the footage when we show the footage here. There's a guy that has like these funky jowls going on. Those are the Sullustans, and they're from Sullust, and that's
the co-pilot for Lando and the Millennium Falcon.
Exactly. Co-pilot for Lando and Millennium Falcon. And man, why don't we? I'm gonna go ahead and start this video, and we can kind of talk about what we're seeing here. And but at first, I mean, obviously it says actual gameplay footage. So the first thing that we saw whenever we were when they teased it before, it was all just pre-rendered stuff. We weren't looking at actual in-game footage, and now we're looking at actual in-game footage from the Battle of Hoth, which is the famous battle that takes place in Empire Strikes Back. And here's your Sullustan, just really quick.
Yeah.
There he is, right there. Okay.
Glance it over at him just before the doors go boom.
Right. So
this is cool, man. This is so cool. The one thing that I wanted to say is because we've seen some footage previously about Jakku, right? And people were all excited because you see Boba Fett floating up above.
Right.
Well, I can guarantee you that has no bearing on canon, and we cannot confirm or deny that he actually did survive the Sarlacc pit, at least from this game, because I can guarantee you Vader was never on the fields of Hoth, and we do get to see that.
Yeah.
And also, the Luke that we see on Hoth is not Empire Strikes Back Luke. It is very much Return of the Jedi Luke. So
yeah, so basically, I mean, as far as canon was concerned, and that's, I mean, for HyperspaceBeacon and in general, we do care about canon, and although we do care about fun too. I mean, let's be fair, we want to have fun and the same.
Especially the game, man.
Yeah, but just to be fair, or just to be clear, that not although the battles themselves took place in canon, so we're going to see like when we mentioned Sullust. We're going to see a canon representation of Sullust. So they went to the storyboards and they went to Lucasfilm, and this is all Lucasfilm approved and canon approved.
Exactly.
So what the representation that you see is going to be canon. However, the actual events, like the specific parts of the events, aren't necessarily going to be canon. Like, I mean, all these things that are happening right now with the Battle of Hoth isn't necessarily canon in of itself, but it is
Well,
canon.
except that these are reenactments of
Right.
scenes that we're familiar with. But if you can beat the other team and prevent them from doing what they did in the movie, I don't think that's going to change
Yeah,
the canon.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And so one of the things that we're kind of seeing here, we're seeing the AT-AT. You're seeing the point of view from the AT-AT, and so that kind of brings me to this thing. Okay, one of the things against this Battlefront versus Battlefront 2 that was released early, years ago, is that there's no space battles. However, we're looking at
Yeah, we definitely have atmospheric aerial
we
combat.
definitely have atmospheric aerial combat. We're looking at it right now with the speeders. We also can take control of AT-ATs, which is amazing. AT-STs, all the large vehicles, and also, I mean, you'll see it coming up later in the footage here that you'll be able to pilot an X-wing.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And snow speeders and everything else, and that's the cool thing too. And like on Endor, we know that you get to be on a speeder through the forest, and essentially everything in here is legit. They've been in the studios, duplicating, replicating visually in as fine of detail as they possibly can. All of these things. So the droids that you see, the ships that you see,
yeah,
the the planet environments, like for Endor, they actually went to the place where Lucas did the filming in order to recreate that environment. You know, they're really, really doing a great job, and you can see it. You can see the love and attention to replicating all of these things as genuinely as possible. And quite frankly, that's just cool.
it is.
I'm such a geek that it's like, it's great.
I mean, I know some people say that it's watered down and things along that line, and I don't know. After seeing the visuals that are in this, I mean,
this is as close to cinematic I've ever seen. It's got the Star Wars feel to it,
Yeah.
Like even the way that the scenes, the cameras, the tone, the color tones and everything. I mean, it really does feel like it's a recreation from the movie itself, from the celluloid film,
Yeah. And here we're seeing the first hero, and we should talk about them really quickly. We know that you'll be able to. There will be playable heroes, and
we don't know how that comes about, the mechanics or whatever. If it's like other first-person shooters, it could be that you've got enough of a kill streak, and then you get to take on the hero presence or something. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. But we do know that obviously Luke Skywalker is in there. We just saw him, and we know that. We know that Darth Vader's there, and we also know that Boba Fett is a third one that we'll be able to see or play or whatever. We don't know anybody else. The other ones, they will be announcing the other ones. So anyway, I don't know. Final thoughts on this? I mean, what we saw at E3. Any?
They're getting my money. I can tell you.
They're getting your money.
Okay, of course, because it's self-serving, I'd love to see that they actually had a campaign mode or whatever, or we get to see some spoilers, get some canon out of it. And that's why I was really excited by Sullust. It hasn't been visually represented in any movies or TV shows yet, and they are going to be getting to do that first in this video game, so we'll at least be able to visually see something that we have heard about. So that's cool. And props and whatnot, and weapons, and who knows, maybe eventually we'll be able to get a Kylo Ren download, or at least, he could be one of the big bad bosses with the hilted lightsaber. There we go.
Yeah.
No, I'm just excited. I'm really excited. I know that it might be a bit immersion breaking to have Luke in his Return of the Jedi garb running around, force pushing people on the battlefield, but I don't care because I want to be able to do it. I want to be able to be Vader and choke someone out who's trying to shoot me down. I mean, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm on board with this. I'm not really a first-person shooter player. Anybody that follows me or knows, I'm not. That's not really what I do. But what does interest me, and what has always really interested me, is feeling like I am in the Star Wars universe. And I've played the other Battlefront games, and they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're good, but they are not as visually stunning as what we just saw today. And I might have to pick this one up myself, which I usually don't do. first-person shooters I usually just shy away from, but I might be picking this one up myself. And just to go through some of the features, I mean, we are looking at 20 versus 20 down to 4 versus 4 for I guess campaigns. What do you call
Battlegrounds, basically.
Yeah, battlegrounds. And we are looking at the planets of Hoth. We're looking at the planets of Endor, planet of Endor, or the moon of Endor rather, Tatooine, and Sullust. And then we know that Jakku, even though it's not going to be released with the game, which by the way the release date is 11/17, so November 17th of this year, and we know that Jakku though will be released later, more to coincide with the release of the new Star Wars movie. So they have my money. They clearly have Redna's money.
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, we're all Star Wars geeks enough, and even if I'm not a tremendous first-person shooter friend or fanboy, but I do have friends that are, and they will be playing this game. So I'm going to be playing with them, and they can just carry me to victory.
Yeah, that's kind of what I am hoping too. It'll be on. So you can look for, again, like I said, you can look for Battlefront to come out on November 17th this year. It comes out on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and on Origin for PCs because it's through EA. And I think that's about it. If you want to follow more of Redna stuff, please, you should really follow his Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/R3DN4. You can also follow him on Twitter at R3DN4, and also It's a Trap Podcast, which comes out on HyperspaceBeacon and also on itsatrappodcast.com. Check that out. And then for me, if you're looking for more of my stuff, follow me on Twitter at Shadow, SHADDOE, and then HyperspaceBeacon. HyperspaceBeacon is HSBeacon on Twitter. You can also, obviously, HyperspaceBeacon.com, and I also do some gameplay on twitch.tv/HyperspaceBeacon. Thanks a lot, and we'll catch you later.